humans, this guy is Sif and welcome back, and today we're going to be looking at a Minecraft micro farming module. It's filled with as many of the farms in the game that I could fit in a 9x9 area, which came out to a grand total of 15, so let's look at this. Alright, here is the module. It's absolutely tiny, and let's go over some of the farms that we've got here. We've got a 2 tall flower farm, run by a bone meal dispenser, a wheat, carrot, potato, beetroot farm, a villager powered farm, an emerald farm, a cactus farm, berry, chorus farm, bamboo, sugarcane, pumpkin, melon, snow, nether wart, cocoa bean, chicken, and a wool farm as well. Now this also functions partially as a bone meal farm because of the compost over there. And here are all the items that you can procure from this micro farming module. It's completely useless as the rates aren't great, but it's just a cool thing to have around. So let's get down to how to build this. Right, the first thing we're going to be building is a wool farm. So you want to start off with 2 blocks of grass, a block surrounded by trapdoors. This is going to be the holding cell for your sheep. Come out back and place an observer looking into the grass block. It's going to detect when the grass is eaten by the sheep and pass this redstone dust, which runs into a dispenser with shears, which in turn shears the sheep. Close up your trapdoors and that's where your sheep are going to be sitting. So yep, that's this farm done. The next farm is going to be a chicken farm. Now the chicken farm is going to go right next to the sheep farm. Have a common wall, place a slab, a solid block on top of it. This is where the baby chickens are going to be growing. A dispenser, which is going to dispense your eggs, a hopper running into the dispenser, which sucks out from a barrel, which in turn has a hopper going into it. Now this hopper is going to be where your chickens are going to be sat at. Now you take a comparator output from that hopper. However, you want an observer looking up, powering the dispenser, your comparator again. Now we create the holding chamber for the chickens. Once again, a block surrounded by all the trapdoors. Open that trapdoor, break that block, and that's where your chickens are going to go. So what's going to happen, the chicken is going to lay an egg and it's going to be detected by the comparator. The observer detects that change. The egg goes from the barrel into the dispenser. The observer powers the dispenser, which shoots it out onto the slab. There you have a baby chicken, which can grow in that small area, and once it grows, it suffocates and dies. The next farms we're going to be working on are some of the plant farms, the pumpkin and the melon farm. So start off by hoeing those 2 pieces of dirt, planting your seeds, and the seeds are going to grow up and are going to grow up into the middle grass block. So that's where you're going to have your pumpkin or your melon. Place an observer looking into those 2 plants, blocks on either side, a piston which is going to break your crop, the pumpkin or the melon, couple more blocks, break that one, and a redstone cross over there which should power the piston. The next farms are going to be the bamboo and the sugarcane farms, which once again observer powered. The sugarcane has to be close to the water because mechanics. Place 2 pistons on the 2nd block height, an observer on the 3rd, which runs out into a redstone line, in turn running onto a block to power the final piston. So that powers both the pistons whenever the bamboo grows up. That's because sugarcane grows really slowly and it's better to have the clock run by the bamboo. Now the comparator output from the chickens isn't going to be affecting this at all because signal strength is too weak. Here, a small change, you want to have a half slab over there, not a solid block, because the sheep will suffocate. The next farm is going to be a wheat or vegetable farm. So hold those 4 blocks and break 1 over there. Now you want an ordinary piston on that end, come out on the other and place another piston. Now grab a pressure plate of any kind. A stone pressure plate would be preferred as the pistons might be triggered by something else running or falling over it. So that pushes your blocks of dirt around. Next, place dispensers filled to the brim with bone meal. 5 of them in a line. So these are going to bone meal the crops that you've planted, and the pistons will break them. Next up, grab a sticky piston. This is going to be the firing circuit for your bone meal. Sticky piston over there. An observer, not pointing that way, pointing the other way. And come out here and place another observer which will stare into that and have a line of redstone powering all your dispensers. Have a lever to switch the clock on and off, which goes on top over there. Honk the lever, and when you flick the lever, it starts dispensing bone meal out like mad. This is loud. I've just reduced the volume. I'll grab some seeds just to show you and press down right click, and as you can see, they all grow up and they're broken immediately. So that is your wheat farm, and that's how you switch it off. The next farm is going to be dye production from your 2 tall flour. So place a block over that piston, place another dispenser filled with bone meal. Don't fall off the edge. Place a sunflower on top of that, and this is going to be powered by the same switch. It's loud. And you get a very large number pretty fast. This can be used for poppies as well. The next farm is going to be another dye farm, a cactus farm. Come down 2 blocks, place a block of sand, and place your cactus on top of that. Place a block to place some trapdoors around. Now the trapdoors obviously will break the cactus once it grows up. And this is really simple farm. Now here we've got a sweet berry farm. Just place a berry bush over there. You can automate that through a fox. Just have a fox running around. The next one is going to be the more automatic carrot farm, and also function as an emerald farm because you're going to be getting a decent number of pumpkins. Don't break your cactus. You're going to be getting a decent number of pumpkins and melons, so you can trade with a villager to get bunches of emeralds. Also gets you golden carrots and the other kind of stuff. Alright, so close this up. This is going to be the holding chamber for your villager. Get your villager in there. You might want to cure him up beforehand. Place a composter so that he gains a professional as a farmer. Hold the land. Chuck a bunch of carrots so that he can keep that running. He will farm it when it grows up. The next one is a bit of some manual farms. First up, a nether wart farm. Very simple. A cocoa bean farm. Just pile up 2 pieces of jungle wood. Plant some cocoa beans around it. And these farms are completely manual. I couldn't figure out a way to automate them in this kind of space. Next up, a chorus farm. Now, you've got to place the end stone far away from the other blocks because the chorus fruit grows in a very weird position. This is a bit inconvenient to get to some of the farms, but well, you're not going to be building this if you are serious about production. The next and the final farm is a fully automatic snow farm. Actually, not fully automatic, it's partially manual. Right, so place a piece of soul sand and build a cage around it where you can spawn in your snow golem, like so. And then you want to push him to any one of the corners. Now, a soul sand block isn't a full block, so the golem is technically on 2 layers at the same time, which is what you're using here. So it is actually on the iron blocks, but it's not at the same time, and the second you break it, it immediately creates a snow block again. This is a very, very standard design. So these are 15 farms in 9x9 area. Some are automatic, and yeah, you can have a minecart rail just running around to pick up all the items. Why would you build this? You wouldn't. It's just for fun. I challenge you to make it smaller or add more farms just to have a nice fun thing. But that's pretty much all that I have to say today. So anyways guys, this has been Skysif, and thanks for watching, and I shall catch you